Hey guys, what is going on? I go by the name of Pete on the Beat. I would like to welcome you to another Q&A video on my YouTube channel. In this episode I would like to answer a specific question. The question is from Mikalis Makris. I hope this time I pronounce your name correctly. If not, please excuse me. So here's the actual comment with the question and everything. Bam! Hey man, it's me again. I have a question. Is it true that if we eat little but many meals a day, including snacks, our metabolism increases? That's what I've heard, but I hope it is a myth because I support 1 meal a day plan. Right off the bat, this is definitely one of the biggest myths out there, next to the breakfast most important meal of the day, next to the 30 to 60 grams of protein that you're not able to absorb, more than 30 to 60 grams of protein per meal. Next to my favorite one, you're going to trigger the catabolic processes because you eat 1 meal a day plan. For me, all of these are actually the opposite, and right now I would like to share with you my personal experience because, truth to be told, if you really want to find some type of scientific evidences or data that support a specific statement, you're going to find a scientific evidence that will support the frequent meals, and you're also going to be able to find another scientific evidence that will support the intermittent fasting protocols. In my personal opinion, this is based on my observations. The supplement companies are the ones who actually really promote the statement with the frequent meals and that kind of stuff, because in the end of the day, all of those supplement companies, they simply cannot sell the intermittent fasting. They cannot sell the OMAD, they cannot sell the warrior diet, they cannot sell the Spartan lifestyle, whatever you prefer to call it. And a little bit of food for thought that I would like to give you. Just think about it like this. If you really adopt 1 meal a day plan, most of the highly recommended supplements immediately become useless, like literally useless. Post-workout, pre-workout, how about if you prefer to train like me? For example, you want to train in the morning and spend your day in the fasted state. I live my life in the fasted state. Those supplements are literally useless for me. This is one of the main reasons why there is that much of scientific evidence on Google that supports the statement with the frequent meals, with the breakfast, because all of these companies, they want to make sure you will consume more and you will consume their product. So right now I would like to share with you my personal experience with the frequent meals and all that. So when I started to train, I used to follow all of the highly recommended by the fitness industry techniques, as long as for building muscle, losing fat, like the complex carbohydrate tricks, the pre-workout shakes, whey protein shakes, post-workout, aminos, BCAAs, in order to prevent the catabolic processes. The breakfast, the most important meal of the day, what was the egg whites and oats in the morning because the fat is bad and all that. And I used to feel like a dog shit, I swear. I swear I used to feel like a dog shit. I was not only not losing weight, I was not only not gaining muscle, I was getting fat. I was becoming like puffy, bloated. I used to deal with the moon face. If you're familiar with the moon face effect, this is something that I definitely don't want to deal. I was extremely tired, like 24/7 tired, and I was sleeping around 8 to 10 hours a day. Now, on 1 meal a day, you probably already know that I do not sleep more than 5.5 to 6 hours per night. And I exercise twice a day on fasted state. How is that supposed to happen? Back in the day, I used to exercise not more than 5 times per week, not 5 days with twice a day splits, but 5 workouts. The reason for this was because, of course, I was too afraid, too scary that this might trigger some type of overtraining. On the other hand, I was not able to get anything done throughout the day. And yes, I was tracking calories, I was counting my macros. Matter of fact, back then I broke around 2 to 3 scales, if that makes sense to you. And I was gaining fat, not weight, not muscle mass, fat. I was like chubby. This is the best way to describe it, chubby. And there are, of course, multiple reasons for this. As you probably already know, every time you ingest food in your body, this stops the fat burning processes. It really doesn't matter if it's a completely ketogenic meal or not. This stops the fat burning processes. On the other hand, if you really want to adapt to a state where you are able to rely on your own fat stores, there are 2 best ways to actually enter this fat burning mode. The first one is actually the ketogenic diet, restricting carbohydrates. You're probably already familiar with this. The second thing is restricting food for a longer periods of time. The ultimate combination, the ultimate and the most powerful tool is actually to combine both. What this means is actually applying the 1 meal a day or other intermittent fasting protocol to a well-developed ketogenic or paleo diet. This is one of the best things that I discovered, and in my personal opinion is one of the easiest. Why I was tired? The constant consumption of food, I talk a lot about this in my previous videos as well, requires a lot of energy and constant digestion and processing. So basically what happens is your body uses the already available energy in order to turn the new food into a bioavailable fuel source. This is how your body really works. This is also something that most of the supplement companies want to hide from you. So right now I would like to share with you what are my main tools nowadays to increase my metabolism. The first one is the 1 meal a day, basically longer fasted periods followed by a caloric overload. Of course, by caloric overload I mean that you should consume extremely nutritious diet that is adjusted to your personal needs. What I mean by this is, if you train a lot, you probably need a bit more protein, you know, for yourself, probably some safe starch and that kind of stuff. The second thing is to exercise on empty stomach. This is one of my favorite things, and basically stay in the fasted state throughout the day and eventually hit another training session. But I do not recommend you to do this if you're not on advanced diet or something like this. For the most part, to exercise on empty stomach. As long as for the training itself, me personally, I prefer to stick with the old school bodybuilding techniques, high volume, high intensity resistant training. The reason for this is because I definitely believe this is the best way to actually force my body to use all of the nutrients from the meal that I consumed on the previous day. The third one is a proper hydration. Believe it or not, I try to stay extremely hydrated throughout the day. This has an extremely powerful and beneficial impact on my brain performance, so it's extremely important for me. I combine this with a proper sodium intake. I consume only high-end sodium. You probably know Celtic sea salt, the other traditional sea salt, high in iodine. It's a bit weird, but this is drinking plenty of black coffee, high quality, high-end organic coffee. Most of the time I prefer to stick with large Americano drinks. Actually, large Americano drinks is something like my favorite. And some homemade French presses. Those are my tools that I use to increase my metabolism and basically keep my body into the fat burning mode. So yeah, I hope everything I said makes sense to you. I hope I provided the answer for your question. It was my pleasure. As you probably already know, guys, those videos with the Q&A and that kind of stuff are my favorite videos. So please keep asking me all types of questions. It's not necessary to be fitness related or 1 meal a day plan related. You can feel free to ask me all types of stuff and it will be my pleasure to answer the questions. Besides this, you can also check some articles on PETEONTHEBEAT.com. that is my website. You can follow me on Instagram. Instagram is instagram.com/PETEONTHEBEAT. You can feel free to subscribe to this YouTube channel for more content and whatnot. So yeah, I would like to thank you for watching this video. Please stay tuned for more. Have a nice one. Peace and I'm out.